Hey guys, y'all know who it is, Myron McCray, aka Ricky Pippen Jr., and one half of the ATFT duo. And today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, Masu Socks. Masu Socks is a brand new sock company that is located in Greenville, South Carolina, and they also have a website, masusocks.com, just in case you can't get there. I'm telling you guys now, if you're looking for some dope new socks for a great price, y'all need to go ahead and slide over there. Anime, sports, movies, you name it, they can do it. Masu Socks is a great company. I've been purchasing plenty of their stuff, and I love every bit of it. When you go to the website, also be sure to type in promo code Tornado McCray or Ricebox so you guys can get 20% off your purchase. Trust me, y'all won't be disappointed with these socks. And with that being said, guys, let's get to the show.
There you go. Got it. I got it. I'm here.
Oh, he's here.
Yo.
Y'all
already know what time it is. Welcome back to the ATFT podcast. It's your boy, Otis, David Ruffin, up in the and then you got your boy over there, Skinny Biscuit, Ricky Pippen Jr.
who is still skinny, a skinny brother with only 2 tats. Y'all know the deal. Y'all know how this goes. Soon to be 3, hopefully.
Hey. I got an appointment in June to get one of these fixed up from my overzealous times.
Your overzealous times? Oh my God.
Overzealous from my doing too much times.
You're always doing too much.
Hey, listen, at this point, it really was. I was doing way too much.
You ran my through the ringer with your shenanigans.
Tis what it is. But, ladies and gentlemen, this is the post-draft comparison show where we just kind of go down with some of the moves and picks and surprises of the last 3 days of the NFL draft. I ain't gonna lie, like there was a whole lot that went on this draft. It was a good draft though, like a whole lot of smart moves made. There's some solid picks this year.
Hey,
now there were some questionable trades for sure.
You think?
Real questionable.
You think?
Listen.
You think?
Listen. So one thing I don't remember, who did you say Mr. Because I know I said an offensive tackle was going to be Mr. Irrelevant this year. Who did you pick?
I think I went with you. I think I went with like an O lineman. I think I went with a guard or something.
So I ain't gonna lie, we were both right for the first 2 picks of the draft. But I think because you did Aiden Hutchinson for number 2, or did you did Kenny Pickett for number 2?
What? For overall?
Yeah, the second overall pick.
I did Hutchinson
because we both were correct on Trayvon Walker.
Yeah, okay, I did Hutchinson.
So we had the first 2
overall.
picks absolutely correct. I mean, it wasn't hard to pick. It was just deciding which one was going to go where. We were both wrong on Mr. Irrelevant, clearly. Like big ups to Mr. Purdy.
Hey, shout out to him.
Old Brock Purdy getting his draft, getting drafted. No matter, even if it was the last pick, congratulations, getting drafted is a big deal. I mean, that at least means you're going to get some kind of contract.
Hey, you getting paid some way. Also,
like you own the squad.
I'm gonna plug this in. Shout out to my former college teammate Cameron Brown getting picked up by the Bucks. Hey boy, you gonna do things. Kid was a freshman when I played, and he was nasty back then. So it's great to see him get there, and I hope he continues to thrive.
Big ups to him. Big ups to one of the South Carolina State brethren. Kobe, good for you, bro. I was hoping to. When I saw him go, I was mad happy. I didn't even care where he went. I was just happy that he got drafted. I just hope that's another big South Carolina State name because we already got Darius Leonard out there. Hey, and you see how he doing. Man, changed up a whole defense by himself.
Whole defense. Both.
Whole defense. If I remember right, we also had Javon Hargraves.
True.
So now it's just another one on the board.
Hey,
That's all I can say.
he said add up. He said add up the HBCUs. Add them up. Add them up.
Add it. Hey,
Add it.
you will find talent at the HBCU. I don't know why. I don't know why y'all keep getting ignored and just getting signed as free agents.
Hey,
we got draft talent. I just got to look in the right place.
We know why. We know why. But that I think Dion has helped start to shift that culture. And I think you'll start seeing a lot more draft talent. Dion and the whole name, image, and likeness thing for college athletes.
Oh yeah,
I think you're gonna see
that's
shift
changing the face of a lot of things.
I think you'll see a shift where a lot of them are gonna start going to HBCUs or other colleges.
Oh, I can agree with that because this is like ever since that players have been able to start getting paid for their likenesses and all that, it has definitely changed the atmosphere of college football. Because now you don't have to. Now you're worried. Now players got more say in what they do.
Right.
Like now, I think business wise, it's preparing a lot of college athletes for the professional level more business wise in this sense. Doesn't change your maturity. Because if you're not matured enough to handle that kind of money, then hey, you're just not mature to handle that kind of money. But then that just comes down to your team that's around you. If you don't have a solid enough team around you, then there's really no point in you even worrying about it because they're not going to help you no way.
I'll also say, I think what plays into it is in the event they don't make it to the league or they don't get picked up afterwards as a free agent, they at least have earned something for what they've brought to that school. Because you know that school's making money off of them.
Oh, so they've at least school's making bank.
Yeah, school's making bank off of them for just all the media attention, all the commercial endorsements they bring in, all of that type of stuff. So for those student athletes to at least to be able to make something off of it, big props up to them.
That's definitely a plus on their end.
So I'm gonna start with this question.
What's up?
Or did you have an agenda? Where did you want to start? Or did you already have an agenda on where you want to start?
I mean, I ain't really have an agenda. I think the only thing I was gonna say, who do you think? Let's say for day one. Actually, what do we even say overall? Who do you think? Which team had the best overall draft out of the 32?
The best overall draft? Are we talking just draft picks, or are we including like trade moves too?
Oh, everything. Including trade moves, picks. If players got traded, then players got traded. If they didn't trade players, then I'm
definitely gonna have to say like the top two I think in consideration, the Jets and Philly.
Jets and Philly. Okay.
I'll say the Jets overall because they seem to get really good players for the positions they needed. Philly filled some holes, but what they also did was make a big splash for their offense. And they got Jordan Davis. That monster. Jesus Christ.
Oh, and to tell you the truth, and speaking of Philadelphia, I'm gonna say big ups to Philadelphia because not only did they had a solid draft, not deny that whatsoever. Had a very solid draft. And they were also able to finesse AJ Brown to Philly.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like that's why I think that's why I really like that.
Like they only had 5 picks the whole draft,
and they said,
but they definitely won out with. But they definitely won out with the AJ Brown pick, and then you got Nakobe Dean and Jordan Davis together on the same squad again.
That defense about to turn some heads. I was surprised they didn't. I was surprised they didn't get a corner though. I will say that.
Right. I definitely would have expected a corner pick somewhere, but because they ended up picking two linebackers.
Yep, because they got Dean and then Johnson.
And, Kieran Johnson. Yeah.
And then the last pick,
I'm going to say, right. And I'm like, you just moved Arcega-Whiteside to tight end. So you weren't really hurt at tight end, and you still had Dallas Goedert over there, who was showing out pretty well since they let Zach Ertz go.
Yeah, because he kind of got promoted to number 1 a little bit, or number 2.
Yeah, he got promoted to number 1.
So
because and and I'll say this, and a lot of people, and I was really surprised that Nakobe Dean dropped as far as he did. Mainly the reason why he dropped is because everybody's talking about that torn pec that he has that he refused to get surgery on.
I feel like that was the headline of this draft. Names dropping way further than they should have. Like, I feel like every position in this draft had one of the stars of that position drop a whole lot further than they should have.
I can agree with that. I can agree because I didn't expect Kyle Hamilton to go as late as he did. I didn't expect. I didn't even think. Nothing against Lewis Cine being the last pick in the first round. I didn't expect Lewis Cine to go in the first round. I thought maybe early second.
Oh, definitely not.
I definitely thought the last pick was probably going to be like a receiver or a quarterback or something. But hey, it is what it is. Back to the question at hand. I'll say the Jets probably had the best overall draft. It was real close between them and the Giants because both of those teams addressed major issues early and significantly. Because think about it, with the Jets, they needed defensive line, wide receiver, and corner as listed. That was their top needs. They addressed all of that. They got Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson, Jermaine Johnson II. They brought Breece Hall in, stat out that backfield. They got a tight end who they may not have needed, but it's definitely going to be a great addition. They added another offensive lineman and they actually added 2 defensive linemen.
Sauce Gardner, I still think you should have went to Atlanta. And for those of you who don't know, it might be on our Patreon. It's in the other part of the episode. It's in like the lost footage that'll probably go up at a different time. I had picked Sauce Gardner to go to Atlanta because it made sense marketing wise.
Because we're like, look at it. Like, we're going to have the Migos introduce them on day one.
Think about that. A guy who goes by the name Sauce Gardner. Y'all don't think Atlanta would have ate that up? Atlanta culture wouldn't have ate that up and embraced that man. He would have been the iciest DB y'all had since Dion.
There'd have been a whole lot of drip going on there. I ain't gonna lie. Because Quavo would have gave him like 3. The whole Migos game would have gave him a chain apiece.
Bro, they would have gave him a chain,
a watch.
They would have had a song out about this man before OTAs, before rookie training camp already.
Oh God. So have you seen this video of Kyle Hamilton and his girlfriend's handshake?
I might have. I saw the one video of the one dude from Arkansas and his girlfriend stare and his grandma just like staring back at each other. And it's a black grandma. It's a white girl. No shade to it, but you could tell the grandma just looking at the girlfriend like, you gold digging.
Facts. Let's see here. Here's the video. Here doth be the video.
Oh.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. The handshake is clean though.
Let me replay that again.
You know, so I was going with. He's like, you gotta play this again on Instagram. I ain't gotta play it on Instagram. Just let me play it again.
Okay. It's simple. It's simple enough for her to keep rhythm with it.
Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. When I first saw it, like when I looked at it, I thought that was his mama.
Bruh.
And then I saw the article saying that's his girlfriend. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm just listen.
So you saying she that old, bruh? Damn.
No, bruh.
Dog.
If you look at this picture I'm looking at right here, right? Hold on. Well, if you see this picture right here, tell me this ain't somebody mama.
That's somebody mama.
Tell me she ain't adopt a little black child named Michael Orr.
Leave Sandra Bullock out of this, bro. Hey, Sandra Bullock was a baddie in that movie. Leave Sandra out of this.
I mean, Sandra Bullock is a baddie in most of her things, but that's not the point.
Nah.
She looked like somebody mama. She looked like she would fuss. She looked like she would cuss you out in the Publix line because you took the last thing of organic cheese.
Nah, nah, bro. She look. I ain't gonna lie to you. She got a mixed son named Aiden.
She looked like old girl from Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh. Oh.
Not he faded away from the mic.
If Meg from Hercules was a blonde, that's what she would look like in real life.
Why you have to do Meg like that?
Hey, I love Meg. I ain't even gonna lie. Meg was probably one of the realest ones in any Disney movie. Meg was with it.
Why you have to do Meg like that?
All right. So, question for you. Well, two questions.
Mm-hmm.
One, how do you feel about your draft overall for Atlanta? And two, y'all passed on Malik Willis 4 times.
You know, it's crazy. I was just talking to a homeboy yesterday about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was just saying, yeah, I would have liked Malik Willis for sure, because
that's what you told me. We haven't had a black.
We have. I did say that. I did want Malik Willis. I'm not mad at Desmond Ridder though. I'm not, because looking at it overall between the two of them, Desmond is probably one of the more pro ready out of the two, and we need an answer almost immediately. Like, yeah, we got Marcus, and Marcus is gonna probably fill in the spot for a year, but we're also gonna need to have somebody that's gonna be able to, if Marcus messes up or gets hurt, we don't have to worry about too much of him being able to step in and take over. But I will say, overall, there were some picks I wish we did get. Like, I was really, when I saw Nakobe Dean had dropped down to like the 4th round, I was really hoping they said Atlanta was going to pick him. So I'm like, oh yeah, keep boy in Georgia. And on top of that, even better, it wouldn't have been a linebacker that desperately needed to play right away. So like, if he needed to have surgery for the torn pec, then cool. Like, yeah, like we didn't have to worry too much. He's cool. He got it. I was honestly I was impressed. Like, I didn't think for a minute I was expecting Atlanta to do a whole bunch of dumb looking picks, because you know that's what they do. They do pick stupid a lot.
That's how we ended up in this hellhole.
This is exactly how we ended up in this hellhole. But this is also the reason why we brought Terry Fontenot in, though, because we addressed a lot of issues early, quick, solid stuff, and heck, we even ended one of the last 2 rounds with a very good offensive guard in Justin Schaefer.
That you did.
Think about it. That man's allowed 9 sacks. I think they said 9 or 6 sacks his entire career in Georgia. Think about that. You facing off against Alabama, all them people, Bama, LSU. These
that might be why they won a national
defensive teams. It just might be.
It just might be. It just might be.
Listen, you just never know. Yeah, because he was solid. He was real solid, especially at Georgia. So I like to see it. I was glad that we went and got Drake London. Yeah, a lot of people expected Garrett Wilson in that spot, but
y'all made Drake money. For those of you who don't know, Drake, yes, that Drake, light-skinned poppy, whatever, Mr. Twitterfinger himself, put $100,000 bet on Drake London to go first, to be the first receiver off the board. It paid him $225,000. So thanks, y'all made Drake money.
I mean, he made $125,000.
Y'all made Drake money.
Listen.
Y'all made Drake money. As much as you hate Drake, you made this man money.
Listen, I am going to ignore all of that.
As much as you hate Drake, you made him
I'm
money.
going to ignore all of that.
Look here. Listen. You made him money. You made him money.
Hey. I ain't making
You made
Don't
that.
You do me. I ain't made that. Don't you do me. No, sir. I will not have that today. No, sir. No, sir.
Oh my God. Ooh, that was.
And fun. I was happy we got we drafted a running back that is worth half a damn. Because we got the running back that had the most touchdowns in the FBS last year. 23 rushing touchdowns last year, bro.
Sheesh.
That man was running.
I can see.
So, wrapping this question back around to you, how did you feel about Carolina's draft overall?
I wasn't pissed.
Take your time.
Because y'all all saw I'm pretty sure all of y'all saw the sound bite of when I found out we didn't have a second or third round pick in the last video.
I mean, y'all traded up to the third round, so you did have a third round pick.
That was the biggest shocker to me. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And here's the thing: who we picked there shocked me even more. Because you know me, and I'll admit this to everybody in the world. I hate the New England Patriots. I don't like when my team does dealings with them in any facet that could potentially make them better. So the fact that we traded with New England to move up into the third round, I was already like, oh, hell no. I was like, nah, they don't get anything from us. I really wanted to rescind that trade. And then when we took Coral, I know it's Corral. I just like saying Coral.
Coral.
I was like, And then I checked and I was like, was Malik Willis still on the board? And he was. So I was low-key mad. But I was like, you know what? I looked at the clips, the highlights from Ole Miss. Dude looks like he could be nice. Like he could be. He could be. So with that in mind, I'm like, we're going to see what happens. Now, I am upset we did not take another receiver. Like we got a tackle and a guard, but we did not take another receiver or a tight end. So I'm low-key upset about that. It's going to be Christian and DJ and Robbie Anderson. That is my offense. I don't have a lot of faith in that. To put up 20 plus a game. They might give me 10, they might give me 15, but if I'm asking them to put up 20 plus, I doubt it. But I like the Kalen Barnes. I like the Kalen Barnes pickup at the end of the draft. I was like, oh, hey, look, we got a corner. He ain't from Alabama like I wanted, but we got a corner, so I'm okay with that.
I feel that because something I did enjoy, at least with Atlanta's draft, is like the last two picks were Georgia picks. I had a tight end and a guard. Which one we definitely need to help at guard because Jalen Mayfield. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna put it on. Put it on record. I'm gonna go ahead and say it like this. I'm gonna take my time too, because I don't want anybody to think that I thought Jalen Mayfield was complete and utter trash. He wasn't.
Was
he made the best of what he could in a situation? No.
Was he?
He was he was refuse.
He was refuse. Was he like?
He was litter and refuse from yesterday's hunt.
All right, I was about to say, would you classify him as like moldy bread or paper towel? Or just use paper towel?
Wet napkin.
Okay. I guarantee somebody's gonna look at this.
Dollar store
napkin. This might be the sound clip. That analogy right there just might be the whole sound clip.
He was a wet dollar store napkin, Dollar General specifically. Listen, bro, like I had to look up some numbers. Right?
Uh-huh.
So I looked up yesterday just Atlanta's offensive line, and I just looked at some of the numbers between, because our line consists of Jake Matthews, Jalen Mayfield, Matt Hennessy, Chris Lindstrom, and Caleb McGarry.
Y'all got a man with the last name Hennessy playing in Atlanta. Y'all should know that's a problem.
He's our center, and he was pretty solid.
Y'all should know. Is he white?
Oh, of course.
Okay, then you'll be okay. If he was a black dude, you would have known. Being in Atlanta with that type of name would have been a whole problem.
Listen. We already know that no black person is going to have the last name of Hennessy. It's definitely the first or the middle name.
You're right. You're right.
Our last.
Unless you have like an Irish name like O Hennessy or something like that.
Right, or O Hennessy. And it's supposed to be O'Shaughnessy. You just keep pronouncing it wrong. You're welcome.
Ooh, moving forward.
So, and the reason why I was actually very proud that we drafted both not only a tackle, but I think we also drafted a guard. We signed a tackle. We signed a Tyler Vrabel out of Boston College, an undrafted free agent, an offensive tackle, and we drafted a guard.
Wait, y'all signed Matt Vrabel, Titans coach, son?
I don't know what the relation is. It'd be nice though.
I'm about to say that. Is that Matt Vrabel's son? By chance, or they just have the same last name?
I mean, I'm about to find out. But in the meantime, while that's loading, the first-time All-State pick, Texas offensive lineman at senior in high school, redshirt in 2018, started all 13 at left tackle in 19. Mentioned all ACC notice first play. He is the son of Mike Vrabel. Yeah.
Hey, look at me. I didn't even know, but I was just like, hey.
Like he only missed 2 games in 2021.
Hey, when Mike Vrabel is your dad, you know he probably wasn't gonna let you miss no game for nothing.
Right.
Dad, I broke my leg. Get out there.
You get on that field and you go do the thing that I told you to do.
But Dad, I'm paralyzed from the waist down. So
back to Atlanta's offensive line, right?
Yeah.
Between Jake Matthews, Matt Hennessy, and Chris Lindstrom, guess how many sacks were given up between those 3 together?
What, that y'all gave up last season?
This is from 2021.
I'm gonna shoot with the over. I'm gonna say 36
between the 3 of them total.
Yeah,
you are all the way off.
Wait, was it good or was it bad?
They had 6.
Okay, Mrs. Puff, what's my final score?
6.
Woo!
6 sacks were given up between those 3 together.
Listen, it was either really high or really low, so I just went with the over. I was like, I'm just shoot high.
I mean, I feel you. And now between Jalen Mayfield and Caleb McGarry, take a guess on how many those 2 had together.
18.
Very close. 20.
Damn, I knew I should.
11 of which came over Jalen Mayfield.
Fired.
Between Caleb, right?
Fired.
Between Caleb McGarry and Jalen Mayfield, they had 31 quarterback hits were allowed between the 2 of them, while between the other 3, a total of 13.
Fired. Vince McMahon, play the tape.
Yeah. Fired.
What? So, but this is really where Jalen Mayfield struggled the most. He had a Pro Football Focus pass blocking rating of 27.6
out of
100.
Damn.
Failed out. Do not pass go. We'll see you in the 7th grade.
Bro, you know what that is? That's that moment when the teacher says the lowest grade in here was a 27. And you just laughing, cracking jokes, and then you look at your test, and you the one that got the 27.
And she walks to you first. And you were in the back middle of the class. She got her whole rest of the class to pass by. She come to you first. You knew you were the 27.
Hey, and not only that, bro.
Or either the highest grade or the lowest.
She folds your paper. You knew you got the 27 because the way she gave you your paper was face down. Or she folded it.
Everybody else, if she's handing out like this, she goes, folds yours over and hands it to you like that. When she picks it to you, she didn't flip it. She picks it out to you.
Oh my God. You ain't never been a student if you never went through that pain.
Boy, listen.
You ain't old enough yet if you ain't never been through that pain at least once.
Boy.
I don't care. Every student. I don't care if you straight A or not. Every student went through that pain at some point in school.
So now, luckily enough, because we did sign in free agency, we signed Fetty and I think another offensive tackle or a guard. So luckily enough, the only reason why Jalen Mayfield even started was because the original guy who was supposed to start got hurt in training camp. And they just kind of never looked back. So this whole rookie season, Jalen Mayfield was supposed to go through like, a development period, kind of get used to the way the league is played, so on and so forth. Nah, first team you face off against is Javon Hargraves and the Philadelphia Eagles. Very first game of your career, you are going against one of the best defensive lines in the league.
Okay, you ain't tell me he was a rookie last year. I'll give him
He was a rookie last year.
I'll give him a little bit of a pass because I definitely fired this man off a rip.
Oh, listen, and that's the reason why I was like, that's why I'm not saying he's complete garbaggio or trash. He's refuse and litter, or he's a wet napkin.
I will say this. If he's pulling up the same stats in about 3 years' time, he will earn the title of garbaggio.
Then now you're trash. You did not improve whatsoever. We gave you time. You decided, you know what? I'm going to sit home and eat Cheetos. No, you need to be out there trying to find out why your footwork ain't good. That's what you need
Ben
to be
Simmons.
doing. Don't trust that over there.
Another day.
Don't trust that dude
day.
over yonder.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oof. Okay. All right.
Now, so most shocking move of the entire trade, of the entire draft to me,
the Hollywood Brown trade. That's the one that got me. That's the one that got me. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like,
I mean, I feel that.
Hollywood Brown shot me all over the place. I was like, what? Why would you? Okay.
Like, why would you trade the only receiver you actually have
and then not get one back in the draft
at all? You drafted nothing but you drafted tight ends. You have 4 tight ends now, but you have not a now receiver on that.
And here's what makes it worse, bro. You traded Hollywood Brown without even giving Lamar Jackson a heads up that you were trading Hollywood Brown. Lamar Jackson found out the same way we all found out on draft night.
Now, according to Adam Schefter, Lamar knew because Lamar and Marcus Brown talked. So according to Schefter, Brown told Lamar reacted the same way the rest of us did.
I don't know if Lamar really knew because that Twitter reaction was pure. That reaction he put on Twitter as soon as it happened, I don't think. I think Hollywood told him after he got the call.
Probably.
I think because I think probably what happened was Hollywood's agent called him up as soon as the trade went down. I was like, "Hey, bro, you just got traded." And as soon as that happened, it's showing up on ESPN and everything. Hollywood calls Lamar, and like Lamar's typing his response, and then talks to Hollywood, and it's just like, "Oh my God!"
And what's even crazier, Hollywood took a flight that same day to Tennessee to be at the draft when it was official. So Hollywood Brown was at the draft when that trade was made.
Damn, that and cold world, boy.
Like for me, it is definitely the AJ Brown trade to me because dude, just pay him. Like, who else do you have? You didn't re-sign Julio Jones back, so you don't have a half decent. I think you got Robert Woods right now. I think maybe
who's coming off a torn ACL
on that part for sure. And then, like I said, instead of just paying the dude, you let him go to the Eagles, who clearly didn't need a receiver at this point.
Now you gave him AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, and didn't you tell me the receiver that Tennessee picked was equivalent to AJ Brown? That's what the scout said.
Scouting said their scouting comparison was that Treylon Burks was basically another AJ Brown. And I'm like, so y'all decided exchange AJ Browns instead of just not having two? Because you didn't want to pay the man more than $16 million a year, which is below the average for receivers right now. You don't even want to match the average. I understand that you have cap salary issues. I get it. I do. However, however, y'all could have made that work. He wanted to stay in Tennessee. Y'all could have found some kind of middle ground to where, you know what, let's pay you an extra $2 million, get you an 18 for now. Then we can restructure your contract of about 2 years down the road. That again, and really all it was at the end of the day, all you had to do was just pay him more guaranteed money up front. You just be paying him more cash up front.
And that's the thing. My man said, I wanted to stay in Tennessee. But at the same time, he wasn't about to get lowballed either. And I don't blame him because he is their number one receiving option. All of Ryan Tannehill's numbers over the last couple of years, passing wise, I'll say about 80% could be attributed to AJ Brown.
Easily. And then you're going to sit here and trade literally your best receiver in years, I might add. In years. Yeah. The last great receiver y'all had was Andre Dyson in 2004.
Damn, my boy went back. Jesus.
Andre Dyson in 2004. And I want you to see me. I want you to feel everything I just said to you. If Treylon Burks does not work out this season, he has 2 years, period. If that man does not provide production for you on a legitimate scale, aka at least 800 yards receiving, or you don't make playoffs, you traded AJ Brown. And you should feel damn ashamed of yourselves. Because guess who's probably going to playoffs? The Eagles.
I mean, they do play in the NFC
why?
At least.
Because they now have 2 receivers that work and a quarterback that can actually throw it to them.
Scary hours. Scary hours are upon us. And that's the crazy thing. You gave Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts already had the skinny speedster who can go get his in Devontae Smith. Now you gave him a big body receiver who can go get his. Like you gave him really, if you try to cover Devontae in the end zone, he can just go to AJ Brown now, 1-on-1 outside, toss it up, and that's it.
Because you know how legitimate that wide receiver room would have been if you would have kept AJ Brown.
For apparently, according to your scouts, AJ Brown.
Because you would have had Robert Woods. You would have had Robert Woods, Treylon Burks, AJ Brown Jr., and AJ Brown. I don't even know who Nick Westbrook and Kenny is.
And let's not forget, that would have been your receiving core while still having Derrick Henry in the backfield.
While still having Derrick Henry in your backfield. Like,
talk about options.
Do you not understand the opportunity that you just missed because y'all needed to save some money? Hell, Jacksonville needed to save some money. Guess what? They throwing that shit around like they ain't never had it.
Throw it.
Jacksonville made Christian Kirk one of the highest paid receivers in the league.
Jacksonville throwing money like James Harden in a Miami strip club.
Oh God. They throwing money like that dude in that bathtub. I need to make it feel like it's raining. Wow.
I will insert that clip for you guys. If you have not seen this video, oh my God, oh my God.
I want to feel like it's raining on me, okay?
Y'all about to laugh.
It needs to be like it needs to be raining on me. Wow.
And she promoted him on the spot right after that. She said,
that
"Oh
look
yeah."
You two switch. You promoted.
Oh my goodness, that video. And speaking of, oh, okay. And speaking like, and with this still with this still being draft day and whatnot, I gotta ask you, which video lives in draft day infamy more to you? The CeeDee Lamb video from a couple years ago, or the Russell Wilson video with his ex-wife when she found out he was drafted?
Definitely the CeeDee Lamb video. Because you knew what he was doing. You already knew who he was on the phone with. He's like, oh yeah, no, I am talking to all the hoes right now.
Bro, if y'all haven't seen it, so a few years ago, or for those of you who don't watch football, a few years ago at the draft, current Cowboys receiver CeeDee Lamb, the moment he found out he got drafted, his girlfriend at the time, who I got a backstory on that too, his girlfriend at the time, he picked up one phone and she reached and took his cell phone and started trying, I guess, open it or something. And while he's still on the phone, he looked over and snatched his phone right back and just looked at her like, "The f are you doing?"
She was like, "But I could no." He said, "No, don't do that."
Looked at her like, "The f are you doing?" You know that.
He's like,
you
yeah,
know
nah,
better.
we're not doing that.
You know better.
He's like, I didn't know what you thought you were doing, but I'm gonna tell you what you shouldn't have done, and that was that.
That
I don't know what. It's like, what was it? That E40 line? I don't know what she was thinking, but she shouldn't have thought that.
And the Russell Wilson video, that's the epitome of you thought you had a check. That's what that video.
She
Bro.
knew. She's like, we're about to be rich.
She's
Next
like,
thing you know, get out of my house.
she thought she had a bag guaranteed for life. She thought she did everything correct. She's like, I did it. I played my role, and now we got money. Sierra steps in the picture.
I support. He said, my dad told me that me dating this athletic black man was never going to work out. But I showed you, Dad. Now we're set for life. 3 months later, you were right, Dad. I shouldn't have done that.
Gone. All right. So we coming up on the hour mark. So I want to end on this question.
It's been an hour already?
Yeah, we coming up on it. I want to end
move fast.
Right. Hey, time flies when you're having fun with your best friend. Low key.
True.
So I sent you this morning, and I'm gonna put it up for all of y'all here because I want to know the debate y'all have for this too. And he knows what I'm about to ask. There's a photo. It went up. Here's the scenario. It's the last play of the game. You are on. It's the last play of the game. Game's on the line, and the ball is thrown in the air. It's a Randy Moss versus Deion Sanders. Minnesota Randy versus Atlanta Deion. Who are you picking? Who you think comes up with that?
God. That is probably the most pure 50-50 ball you will ever see in your life.
And I swear, you want to know what pisses me off so much about it? And I hate that it's a caveat because people are going to be like, oh, I'm just trying to cop out. It depends on who throws it.
To be real with you.
And it really depends on who's throwing the ball.
Because if it's Minnesota, I'll say that if it's Minnesota, Randy Moss, it's either going to be Culpepper throwing it or Cunningham throwing it. Because he was there for both of them.
Because I'm just sitting there looking at him to me, it's like, it depends on who throws it. It depends on where it's located. Like, is it to Randy's outside shoulder? Like, is it a post down the middle? Like, what? Ooh, I hate this. I hated this question. I hated this question so much. And but I looked at it, I was like, oof. And the game's on the line, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta go with the best receiver of our generation. I gotta go Randy. I've seen Randy Moss The man literally has a whole verb in football now. About that. Getting mossed is a whole verb in football. It is a whole segment in the NFL now. Each week during the season, they do a moss highlight.
You got
mossed. That is a whole verb. So in that situation, I gotta go with the greatest receiver of our generation in Randy Moss. And yes, I stand by that statement. Randy Moss was the greatest receiver I watched growing up. I'm not saying he's better than Jerry, but he damn sure the best receiver I've watched growing up.
So I still don't know. Because it's like I said, it's a 50-50 ball.
That is
100%.
Bro, when I tell you my decision is like 50.1 to 49.9, that is my decision. That is how close I put that. Like, that is like, it's not like Deion's getting blown out by any means. No, I am not disrespecting Deion Sanders like that. Balls in the air for an interception, Deion's usually picking that off. Deion is usually like, if it's like an interception type of ball, not a hit. Deion ain't a hitter. Deion was never a hitter, a hitting safety. But balls in the air, games on the line, I ain't even gonna lie to you. Deion's probably not the one I'm throwing at.
So here's the other question. Are we doing is this rookie year Randy Moss? Or
that's been with I can't
or is this post Randall Cunningham year, first few years of him and Dante Culpepper years?
That's the thing. I can't tell. All I know is this. I see the 84 and I'm just looking at it because I'm like, damn, bro. You know what? Also,
we got prime.
You know what's also another factor?
Prime Deion Sanders. What's up?
Where are we on the field? Is it like a Hail Mary, like we're on the 30 and we're throwing it, or is it we're on the goal line and it's a toss up to the back pylon type? Because
that is also another good question.
Because because I ain't gonna lie to you, if it's on the 30 and we're going deep, like stride for stride, I think that gives Moss a little more room. That gives him a little more like play room. But if we in that tight window where it's literally drop back, I just throw it to the back pylon, that makes it even closer to just a pure.
I gotta split it. I gotta say Deion Sanders stops this pass.
You think
if it's prime Atlanta Deion Sanders, this man was shutting down the likes of Jerry Rice, Terrell Owens. I'm sure him and Randy went at it a few times. Like, that's a tough one.
Listen,
it's real tough because I want to say either one, because like I said, it's 50-50 for sure. But I say if it's prime Randy, aka rookie year man, rookie year, first 3 years Randy, and let's say Randall Cunningham threw this ball, Randy Moss all day long. But if it's prime Deion Sanders, like first 4 years in Atlanta or first couple of years in Dallas, Deion Sanders.
I'm gonna say,
and let's say it's Dante Culpepper throwing this pass.
Mm-hmm.
Deion Sanders is finishing this.
I can see that. I'm also taking into account, and this is another reason why I low-key lean towards Randy. And you know the stat line. 3 catches, 3 touchdowns, 160 yards.
I was about to say like 200 yards.
That's it.
All on the same play.
That's it. It was before just before halftime. Like
it's just so
3
much.
catches, 3 touchdowns, 160 yards or 154 if I'm close in that range. Man.
It's mad tough.
And you want to know what's crazy? You know they be talking shit. You know those two would be going at it, just talking shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Yeah, that chat. All right. Hey, everybody in the comment section. I'm looking at y'all now. I'm looking dead at y'all. Who are you taking? Prime Deion Sanders or prime Randy Moss? Game on the line, ball in the air. Who are you taking? Leave it in the comment below.
Wow, bro. Wow.
I just can't. But shoot, I think that's a good one to end on. That'll have some head scratching. I think that's a good one to end on right
Almost
there.
Almost definite.
That's a good one to end on.
Because I ain't gonna lie. I went back and looked at my predictor picks from the draft.
You was way off, wasn't you? He said, "Ooh, what are you up now? Who's Venice? Who?" Side note: I hate the owl from the old Tootsie Pop commercial. I hate that.
I mean, that owl was a dick. I ain't gonna lie.
1, 2, 3. That's all you would have heard from me.
3. And then hand you back the stick like you didn't steal your candy in the first place.
Like, bro, I asked you how many licks.
Let's see here. So out of all 32 picks in the first round, I got 4 right.
Damn.
I got 4 exactly right. Now I had a lot of them where the right players were picked in the first round, just not to the right team.
That man said, "Oh, look at all these failures.
Look at all my failures."
Look at all
4 picks I got right. The 4 picks I got right was Trayvon Walker to Jacksonville, Aiden Hutchinson to Detroit, Garrett Wilson to the Jets, and who was the 4th one? And Trevor Penning to the Saints.
No, you had 5 because you guessed Gardner to the Jets.
I changed it to Trent. You talked me out of it, and I changed it to Trent McDuffie.
Oh, so you're gonna blame me for that one? Wow.
I am gonna blame you for that one.
Wow.
Because you talked me out of it because the dang Sauce Gardner fitting better in Atlanta discussion we had.
He does. He does. I don't care what you say. He does.
That's the only reason why I changed
does.
it.
I don't care what you say. He does. He absolutely
fits better. And I agree. I'm not gonna sit here and argue that and say you a liar. You're not. But then again, I feel like a lot of people's mock drafts were fucked up because there were 15 trades within the first 3 rounds.
Yeah, it was a lot.
It was a lot of moving and changing. There's a lot of picks that nobody expected. It was something.
So let's see.
And then I couldn't have predicted the trades.
I don't think anybody could have predicted.
I didn't expect half the trades to happen when they did.
I don't think anybody could have expected the trades, bro.
At all.
Not at all. So let's see. I had Aiden and Trayvon. I had Iquanu going to Carolina. I had Jordan Davis going to Philly. Then I had, what was it? Where is it? Had Trevor Penning going to New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
And then, is that about it? I think that might be all I had. Yep, I think that's all I had. However, we did say Kansas City was going to trade one of them picks to move up in the draft. And they did to get Trent.
We did call
it to get Trent McDuffie.
They did to get Trent McDuffie. It
was like, that's trade bait. We knew that off rip. It was trade bait.
Let me see here. Did Sam Howell's name even come up in the draft this year? I mean, I know it came up in discussions, but did he get picked?
Did he? Hold up. Let me see. Howell. Sam, don't tell me you ain't get picked, bro.
Samuel Howell.
Don't tell me you ain't get picked, bro.
Oh, Samus. Okay, no, he went to the Commanders. I had to make sure.
Go ahead and call your career.
5. He went the 5th round to the Commanders.
Go ahead and call your career, pimp. Get out.
Okay. So you know what? So I see how y'all didn't get Malik Willis, right? Had y'all have traded with Tennessee, then you might have been able to get Malik. But Malik went to Tennessee 8 picks sooner than Matt Corral.
Okay. I apologize earlier, Carolina. Y'all might have gotten him had he been available.
So yeah, Matt Corral was the next best available at the time.
Very crazy.
Jack Cohen from Notre Dame, he got signed as a free agent. I think I think we signed Carson. Somebody signed Carson Strong too. I can't remember who signed Carson Strong. Oh, not a Kill Glass didn't get drafted. Oh, Alabama A&M, brother. Even De'Aaron King is still a free agent, which honestly doesn't surprise me.
True. But
anyway,
with that being said, guys, that wraps up another episode of As the Football Turns. Be sure to like, share, and comment down below. And as always, we love bringing y'all this content. This is what we do. It has been your host, one of your co-hosts, Skinny Biscuit, Ricky Pippen Jr., and that man over there. This is
David Otis Ruffin, 4th Esquire, MD, Tweedledee.
He ain't got no MD. The only MD he knows is
don't.
McDonald's. That's the only MD he knows. So, with all that being... See, I told y'all. But with that being said, guys, peace. Much love to you. We are out.